The Secret of Eyes, Eyesight Improvement Program. On this program, we will reveal the secret of the eyes and take you step by step to free your eyes from glasses and any diseases forever. So welcome to the Healthy Eyes world, the new civilization without glasses, without contacts, or any sight correction surgeries. This program was created for anybody who has any problems with eyes. So, what is the secret of eyes? The secret is that we don't need glasses or contacts to correct vision. Actually, they are the first enemy of our eyes. It was proven that every single person can take their glasses or contacts off, restore sight, and regardless of age, see as good or better than with glasses. It is for strong people who are ready to move to a higher level of evolution. Even lions fight to survive. So let's fight for healthier eyes and better life. We will show you the way. When you get through the program, improve your sight, get rid of the glasses, and become happier, we will be very happy for you also, dearest friend. We do hope that someday this information will be given as education to children in schools. On this program, you will be given the final true data on how the human eye is built and how it works, why it is harmful to wear glasses and how glasses cripple your eyes, why vision gets poor at first and how to restore it, how to maintain it so it never gets worse. We will reveal the barriers to healthy eyes and provide answers to help you to remove those barriers, which is the biggest difference between this program and other programs which have existed before. We will teach you on a gradient approach, simple procedures and exercises to restore your vision and to make your eyes healthy. You learn how to improve your eyes without any medicine, supplements, or surgery. Actually, the amount of help an individual can get with this program is greater than with any other single method in existence today, as it is giving men back their best eyesight and health. The program consists of 6 classes. After each class, you will be given homework, very simple steps, requiring only your conscious intention to improve your eyesight and your health in general, as your eyes are just a part of the whole body system. By doing your classes diligently, you will observe the vision improvements right away. So let's get started. Here is some theory that will help you to understand how it is possible that in the United States, more than 160 million people suffer from eye problems, and none of those people even know that vision can be restored without any medical application whatsoever. Around 160 years ago, there was a German physicist and psychologist, Hermann von Helmholtz, who assumed that the human eye has the shape of a ball. In front of the eye, there is a convex lens surrounded by the so-called ciliary muscle. According to Helmholtz, when one looks at an object in the distance, the cellular muscle relaxes, making the lens flat, and the focus of the lens is on the retina. The retina is light-sensitive tissue at the back of the eye. When one looks at close objects, Helmholtz assumed, the cellular muscle squeezes the lens so the lens gets more convex. The shape of the lens is more spherical. And so for distant vision, the muscle relaxes. The lens is flat. For close vision, the muscle contracts and the lens is more spherical. What is nearsightedness, myopia, according to Helmholtz? On some people, he didn't know why, the muscle relaxes but the lens does not return to the flat shape. Such people Helmholtz called nearsighted. In this case, the lens is too convex, the focus is in the middle of the eyeball, and the image on the retina is blurry. Helmholtz offered to compensate this nearsightedness with the concavo-concave or the minus lens. The minus lens increases the focusing distance to the retina, and for over 160 years, all nearsighted people have been prescribed minus glasses. Who of you is nearsighted? This is your problem, and this is your trouble. Well, what is farsightedness according to Helmholtz? On other people, he assumed, the muscle ages, and its strength weakens. As a result, the lens is flat, so farsighted people see distant objects perfectly well. For close objects, however, the lens should get squeezed or become more convex, but the muscle has no power to do it. Man tries to read, but the focus of the optical system is behind the retina, and the image on the retina is blurry. So Helmholtz offered to compensate farsightedness, presbyopia, by convexo-convex or plus glasses. Convexo-convex glasses decrease the focusing distance from behind the eye back to the retina. And for more than 160 years, all farsighted people have been prescribed plus glasses. So who of you is farsighted? That's your problem. It seems like a trap. The end. Well, lucky for us, there was an honest doctor, American ophthalmologist William Bates. He observed that with the official medical approach, he wasn't curing people's eyes. In 2 to 4 years, every single patient was coming back with more eye troubles, and he was only selling them stronger glasses. But he noticed that some patients, after a long vacation without glasses because of having broken or lost them, had significant eye improvement. He also learned that Native American hunters have a tradition of doing eye exercises. After precise research, Dr. Bates discovered that the theory of Helmholtz was totally false. Exploring the eye deeply inside, with the help of the just-invented retinoscope, Dr. Bates could clearly see the real structure of the eye and how it actually functions. He published the book in 1920, where he formulated a theory about vision health. So here it is. Each eye has 6 muscles. There are 4 rectus, or straight, horizontal muscles, which are moving the eye up, down, left, and right. There are 2 oblique, or slanting diagonal muscles, embracing the back of the eye on both upper and lower sides. So how do the eyes work? The human eye is 99% water, and because of the natural inner pressure, when all muscles are relaxed, it has the shape of a ball and sees far perfectly well. For focusing on close objects, the horizontal muscles relax, the diagonal muscles contract, and squeeze the eyeball, making it into an oval shape. The eye works like a simple photo camera. So what is nearsightedness, in fact? It was found that physical traumas, emotional or physical overstrain, cause a fixated, stretched-out eye, resulting in long eyes. The 6 eye muscles also curve or flatten the lens. Here is a typical case of the cause of nearsightedness in a child. He is sitting in school, bending his body over the desk, staring at a book at the same fixed position for 5 hours, making his eye muscles get tired. Then he continues at home, doing his homework, often with the angry parent causing emotional stress. The child's eye muscles are too tight, which keeps his eyes out of shape for too long. Because of this overstrain and fright, his eyes remain in this fixated shape. The child sees near just fine, but if he wants to see far, he can't relax his diagonal muscles. He starts seeing a bit worse at a distance. His parents take him to the eye doctor, who gives him the immediate verdict. Your child is nearsighted and needs glasses. In a few years, he will be back, needing stronger glasses. And a few years after that, he will need even stronger glasses, and so it will go for the rest of his life. But once you put the minus glasses on, your diagonal muscles will never have the chance to relax to the essential position. The glasses will not allow it. Even if you want to relax them with the glasses, you won't be able to see. With more visual strains and emotional stress, the eyes will stretch out more and more from -2 in childhood, getting stronger glasses each couple of years up to ridiculous thicknesses such as -22. Now, what's Dr. Bates' solution for nearsightedness? He offered to relax over-tightened diagonal muscles and strengthen weakened horizontal muscles. With the help of simple procedures and exercise, your eye muscles will work just fine again and your vision will be improved. Altogether, the glasses are very harmful to our eyes, not just because they don't let the eye muscles relax, but much worse, they deprive our eyes from motion. Without glasses, our eyes are always in motion. The muscles work, they are in great tonus, the blood circulates, it delivers nutrients and oxygen to all tissues of the eye. All parts of the eye system are alive and healthy. But with glasses on his nose, the person moves his head instead of the eyes in order to see things. Ask people who wear glasses for decades to move their eyes. They literally can't. We know that driving is more convenient than walking, but if you don't walk at all, we don't make the muscles work, and they atrophy. So without motion, our eye muscles get detrained, they degrade and atrophy. Even more, when some part of the body is inactive, the brain, which is the central communicator of the body, gets the message that that part of the body is no longer alive and stops sending new blood. The main function of blood is delivering the oxygen and nutrients to the cells and carrying out the waste and toxins. Without new blood supplying vitamins, minerals, and oxygen, waste and toxins accumulate, resulting in all kinds of inflammations. These can be identified as glaucoma, cataracts, cancer, all kinds of eye diseases, you name it. Yes, it is this simple. The major cause of those difficulties is wearing the glasses. Now, what actually is farsightedness? For most people, especially with age, the workability of the diagonal muscles weakens. Our fitness clubs are full. People train legs and arms, but our eye muscles need to work out too. But we were never told to take care of our eyes, to give them training and relaxation. There are tons of advertisements on supplements, medications, surgery, 24/7. But would anyone ever say, "Listen people, give your eyes some rest, train them"? No one is talking about that. So most people around age 40 have the diagonal muscles weakened and the horizontal muscles intoxicated, polluted, not elastic as in younger ages. As a result, the eye is still a sphere. The focus is on the retina, and we have a classical far-sighted person. You can see at a distance just fine. To see close, to read or write, the eye should get pushed into a long shape, but that is impossible because the horizontal muscles are contracted. They hold the eye too tight, and the diagonal muscles don't have enough power to squeeze the eye from both sides to make it long. Now, if you place the plus glasses on a far-sighted person, you ensure his diagonal eye muscles do not work at all, because for the far-sighted person, they are not even needed. The glasses do 100% of the job instead of the diagonal muscles. Here is a typical case. A man around 40 years old develops difficulties with reading in the evening, so he gets his first 1.5 prescription. He can then enjoy his reading and writing at night again. But after wearing plus glasses for 7 days, he is not able to even read and write during the daytime as well. Wearing glasses for only 7 days can cripple your eyes forever. Because of the glasses, the muscles get weaker and weaker. Each couple of years you are given stronger prescriptions. On this program for 5 days, you learn how to relax your horizontal muscles and how to get diagonal muscles trained so that they can squeeze your eyes and get them into an oval shape. On the 6th day, after special powerful training, you will be able to read without glasses and never wear them again. The muscles in the eye are very tiny and sensitive. They can get detrained and weakened easily, but they can be restored fast. Now, what is offered for the farsighted? A simple, clear plan. Reject wearing glasses, or at the very least, switch to your old ones with a lower diopter correction. Your eyesight on the program will get better every day. Special training will enforce the diagonal muscles, and at the same time, with the help of another simple procedure, relax the horizontal muscles. The eyes will again be able to work well as a perfect photo camera. They can squeeze and move forward for near vision and retreat to focus on distant objects. Wearing plus glasses for a long time, the horizontal muscles become too stagnated and intoxicated. They pull the eye back with such strength that it begins to lean against its orbit and even get a vertical, flat-like shape, making the eyeball short. So people can't see distant objects well without plus glasses. They need plus 1.5 glasses to return focus into the eyeball for distant vision, and plus 3 for reading. It is so-called hypermetropia, hyperopic. We call it complicated farsightedness, short eye. For these people, they wear bifocal glasses. They need reading glasses and other glasses for watching TV. So the ordinary farsighted is a simple case, but the ones with flat eye, we will have to work on just a bit longer. The third kind of eye disorder, cross eye or lazy eye, one group of muscles is too tight and the opposite muscles are overloose and weakened. This is caused by fright or trauma. The muscles of newborns are not strong. The baby learns how to use all his muscles to control them, the legs, the eyes, the arms, everything. The eyes are not aligned yet. They wander in different directions. So any trauma or fright, they can get fixated and stuck in a squint position. What is the doctor's suggestion? Expensive and very dangerous surgery to cut the tightened muscle. But any medical application to the eyes is only a temporary solution, since it never addresses the real cause of the problem. This is the conventional way of dealing with the eye problem, and it is not a good solution at all. So, what should be done for cross-eye? To relax the group of tightened muscles and to train, make stronger, the loose group of opposed muscles. The eye will go into its natural position. The most significant results of eye improvements are observed on children. When parents do this program on their children, the results are astonishingly fast. Their muscles are very elastic, they're still growing, they're not yet intoxicated, and their eyes and vision will get better and better each day on the program. The fourth kind of eye disorder is astigmatism. And by the way, it can only be cured with this method. And in reality, practically every person with glasses has astigmatism. wearing glasses causes it. Astigmatism is an optical defect in which vision is blurred due to the inability of the optics of the eye to focus an image on the retina. This kind of eye problem is due to the same muscle disorder in which the image becomes doubled or even tripled. To understand this problem easily, imagine the air balloon if you squeeze it with two hands. If some of the muscles are too loose and others are too contracted, the focus will never get to the center of the retina, and the picture will be blurry. When Dr. Bates' patients conscientiously practiced his methods, they always had their vision restored. This was applied to patients with errors of refraction as well as organic diseases. This program restores the power and elasticity to the eyes, and due to inner pressure of the eye, it regains its spherical shape, which restores symmetrical flow of the optical beams. Vision improves and astigmatism disappears. No glasses or contacts can compensate for astigmatism. This program combines brilliant, intentionally forgotten but now rediscovered methods of Dr. Bates. We added data from the most profound recent scientific research to remove the obstacles to the application of his methods, making it now fully workable for everybody to restore the health of their eyes. Thousands have taken their glasses off after going through the program. This program is not medical, but fully natural. We do not interfere in the field of medicine. With this program, vision always gets restored regardless of age. One of the most remarkable participants was academic Fedor Uglov. His name is listed in the Guinness Book of World Records as the oldest microsurgeon in the world, practicing for 78 years. At the age of 46, when he was performing surgery on the battlefields of World War II, he got his first plus 1.5 glasses. Uglov got this program when he was 95 years old. He participated for just 4 days, then he worked 2 weeks on his own. He took off his glasses and expressed his gratitude for freeing him from glasses. Imagine how hard it was for half a century to perform microsurgery with sweat running down from under his glasses. He lived to 104 and never wore glasses again. He continued performing the most difficult microsurgeries, driving a big car, working in his garden, taking a sauna, then bathing in the snow afterwards. This person is the greatest example for all of us by his achievements on the eye improvement program and living his outstanding life helping others. To summarize, more than 100 years ago, it was discovered and proven that all 4 eye disorders, nearsightedness, farsightedness, cross-eye, and astigmatism are caused by failure to work the 6 eye muscles. And the absolutely harmless, simple yet perfectly working sight improvement system was developed, but you never heard about it. Why? Yearly profit of the eyeglass and contact industry is more than $50 billion. This yearly $50 billion does not let the scientific data get through to the people who suffer, and some even become blind. Another reason, the sluggishness of medical science. For more than 100 years, the true working theory of Dr. Bates has been known, presenting sight degradation, restoring vision, and the negative effects of wearing glasses. But until today, all students in medical schools around the world study only Hermann von Helmholtz. And based upon his theory, with the first simple shift of vision, they hang artificial lenses on people's noses, leading them eventually to all eye diseases and blindness. Guess whose name the majority of visual institutions have? The name of old fellow Helmholtz. A few more words about eye diseases. The elderly account for about 1/3 of all people with eye problems. Glaucoma and cataracts are common. Medical books say that the etiology of these diseases is not clear. Etiology means the cause or origin of disease. But the cause of glaucoma and cataracts, as surprising as it sounds, is very simple. It is the result of lack of eye motion when wearing glasses. As you already know, while wearing glasses, the muscles don't work. There's no motion, no blood circulation, no supply of vitamins, minerals, oxygen. Their tiny excretory tubes become constricted. Pressure raises, weights get accumulated in the lenses and inside of the eyeball. Then it is called cataracts or glaucoma. All people with the beginnings of cataracts and glaucoma and all eye diseases could be greatly helped by doing this simple program of eye relaxation and gymnastics, restoring muscle workability. An organism under the proper care is perfectly capable of regenerating its essential structure and vital functionality. As an example, if you have a wound, you disinfect it to prevent inflammation, and in a month there won't even be a scar. This, basically speaking, is the mode of operation of this method, providing the conditions for normal circulation of the blood. Sickness and disorder steps off and disappears. An elderly woman around 80 years old with diabetes, after some stress, got exploding glaucoma and went blind. The drops were not helping. Her son, who recently improved his own eyesight through this program, recommended it to his mother. She went through the program very diligently, praying for healing, and in 1 week the lady could see again. Instead of sitting blind and hopeless, despite the doctor's verdict of blindness, she took responsibility for her condition and took a chance on the program. Now that is great courage. If anyone has the beginning of glaucoma or cataracts, start the program immediately to avoid serious complications in your eyes and life. People generally don't know the cause of cataracts. When you wake up in the morning, look at the ceiling, and if you see little bugs, specks floating in front of your eyes, this is cataracts, one of the first signs of the world of blindness. These specks can float for 5 to 15 years, but someday they just seize up as a film. So it is very important to go through this program because it is not only helping to restore sight, but preventing any eye sickness. This method is not medical. We don't cure here, but teach you how the eye is built, how to improve vision, how to relax the muscles, and to train them and maintain their workability. Nobody needs your eyes except you. We live in a great time when unknowns are becoming known. With this program, there is no excuse to remain ignorant, to continue to suffer. This accelerated program will take you step by step to improve your eyesight and give you preventive techniques to enjoy good vision, the greatest gift of nature. Now, let's check your eyes. Wearing your reading glasses, if you cannot see at a distance of 3 feet, this is excellent because it is simple farsightedness. If you do your best not to wear glasses, in 5 to 6 days of training, you will see and read without glasses. Now, if through your reading glasses, you can see objects at a distance of 3 feet or farther, you have a more complicated condition, which might take a few more weeks. If you are a parent and you want to do the program on your child, do it with kindness and as a game. Children love to play. Do it with the same steps as for adults. Start with the relaxation techniques. Relaxation. This is the basic of the Bates method. Eyes are part of the brain, extended outside. Wearing glasses is very harmful. Glasses are optical crutches, crippling your eyes. Every time you put them on, you harm your eyes. Remember that. Glasses restrict your eye muscles from motion. Not working muscles causes them to degrade very fast and can even atrophy. And even more harmful, glasses are keeping your eyes motionless, causing a lowering of blood circulation, lack of nutrients, lack of oxygen supply, resulting in glaucoma, cataracts, and all kinds of eye diseases. Step 1 in the eye improvement program is to take the glasses off. If you can't, go back to your old glasses, weaker ones, because every day on the program you will experience vision improvement, and your current glasses will give you discomfort or pain. They are also a barrier to improvement. Do everything you can without glasses, even if you don't see well. You can remember the things around your house, and it is only 6 days. Also, try to stay away from activities where you would need glasses. Do something easy instead. Play with your children, with your pets, go outside, take long walks, enjoy yourself. Any medication that comes with a warning not to drive, and sleeping pills are not suggested during the program as they slow down muscle reaction. And if you can't sleep, do the relaxation procedure. The next night you will have a good deep sleep. Here's how you do it. The main relaxation procedure is about using your hands on an injured or malfunctioning part of the body. It is the most natural, old, well-known healing technique. Remember when you've had any pain? Right away, you intuitively put your hand on that part of the body. The founder of this method, American ophthalmologist Dr. Bates, called it palming. There was a case in which a newborn baby was very sick. Doctors did everything possible, but the baby was unconscious, dying. Even though his work shift was over, one doctor couldn't leave. He was just sitting by the baby, keeping his hands on that little body and gently stroking it. And at 3 o'clock in the morning, the baby began to cry. That is the power of palming. Now, take your glasses off. Rub your hands together to warm them up, then put them over your eyes. Make sure that the centers of your palms are exactly over your eyes, and you can blink freely and breathe. Like that. Keep them on while listening. A lot of healing energy is coming from your palms. You'd be surprised how rested your eyes will feel. From the scientific viewpoint, palming is deep warming by your own energy. It's called biophoresis. Phoresis, from the Greek, means to penetrate. Biophoresis even was approved as a biomedical technology in a recent study focused on tumor immunotherapy. The best way to do it is at the table. If you're sitting on a sofa or lying in bed, put a pillow under your arms. The arms should have support so they don't get tired, otherwise the pressure will transfer into your eyes. Continue palming. This self-healing procedure provides both relaxation to tighten muscles and energy for eye tissues weakened by wearing glasses. You can also do palming on another person, and you can have someone do palming on you. One patient of Dr. Bates was scheduled by another doctor for glaucoma surgery, but she had been palming for 24 hours, and the glaucoma was not there on that day. It was dissolved. She only had to go through the rest of the program to fully improve her sight. That's the ultimate answer. You want to restore your eyes? Just do this palming procedure. It might sound too simple, but use your consciousness. It is harmless. It costs me nothing. Other people have done it. I'm not lazy. I can do it too. And so do it. We assume you will listen to the whole program and make your own decision. Whether you want to go through all the steps or get your result in one day, the choice is yours. The longer you do palming, the more effective it is for any eye condition. It doesn't matter how long you have it or what the medical name for it is. Palming is also a great preventive technique for healthy eyes. While doing palming, you have to make your body and mind fully relaxed. Having your eyes closed, you might see some light residuals. For full relaxation, we have to get rid of them. Imagine a black velvet curtain. Let the screen be black. Now, recall or imagine something pleasant, peaceful, and beautiful. We need all the muscles in your body, in your face, and in your eyes relaxed. You have to de-stress yourself as the stress is causing eye trouble. The best way to achieve good relaxation under the palming is recalling something nice that you did for others. Imagine your muscles relaxed, the blood circulating well, healing energy radiating from your palms into the eyes, through each nerve, to your head, to your neck, shoulder, arms, palms again. It energizes your eyes. That's what's going on. Give compliments to your eyes. Promise that you will always take care of them. And relax. The healing process has started. Breathe deeply and feel serenity. Your eyes will get better and you will always enjoy good, clear vision. Breathe deep and softly. Eyes are part of the brain. Each cell in the body and in the eyes is alive. It has been proven scientifically that each part of the body can be communicated to. During recent DNA research, it was discovered that the structure changes with the thoughts of the scientists who were performing experiments. Years ago, even Albert Einstein stated this fact, saying that there was some power which was interfering with experiments which he was not aware of, but assumed that it was the mind. That power is the human mind. It is you. What you think, you will get. So imagine that your eyes are beautiful and healthy. Communicate to your eyes. Remember that each cell in your body can hear you and obey your command. The only way to have good control of your body and to change something for the better is to love. You ought to love your poor eyes with all your heart. So it is very important to always give compliments to your eyes. They are just like two little babies that need your loving hands. Once again, the more often and the longer you do palming, the faster you will improve your eyes. Now we will teach you how to end the palming session. Keep your eyes closed. Rub them with your fists like children do. Stretch your neck to restore the blood circulation after being in a fixed position. Blink, 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 blink. Easy like a butterfly. The blinking is a natural mechanism to refresh your eyes and relax your muscles. Now open your eyes. Look up. Notice how rested your eyes feel. Many of you can see objects much better already. You have to blink often. Staring is very harmful to the eyes. Once you notice that you're staring, start blinking right away. Explain it to your children. Do not scare them if they stare, just gently remind them to blink. Now we must spend some time on a related subject. Barriers to eye improvement. There are several barriers to eye improvement. We are going to cover them now. Barrier number 1, alcohol. Do you like beer, wine, champagne? Do you know what alcohol is? People have been making alcohol since ancient times. Alcohol makers use grains of any fruit or vegetable. Let's take the grape, for example. Grapes contain lots of nutrition if we eat them, but for making alcohol, they're crushed and mixed with yeast. Now what is yeast? It is bacteria from the sugar fungus family. Yeast bacteria love glucose from grapes. When mixed with crushed grapes, they instantly begin to breed, fast. These bacteria eat glucose, digest it, then excrete what the organism doesn't need. They urinate. This is the simple body of a bacterium. They eat glucose and they urinate. Glucose is C6H12O6. It turns to urine or ethanol alcohol, 2C2H5OH, plus carbon dioxide gas, 2CO2. Yeast bacteria eat fructose, digest it, and defecate alcohol. There's a scientific word for this digestion. It's called fermentation. So in cold-blooded reality, alcohol is nothing but the urine of yeast bacteria. When the percentage of ethanol reaches 11 to 18%, the yeast bacteria die. They are poisoned by their own urine, and it is the end of so-called fermentation. Then this urine is bottled. You buy it and you drink it as beer, wine, whiskey, vodka, sake, tequila, champagne, or a fruit-flavored malt beverage. The mix of alcohol and caffeine is very popular among students these days. So what is champagne? After the wine is made, they let the CO2 escape. Then they add more yeast and sugar for the yeast bacteria to eat and excrete more urine. They call it a second fermentation. Then the champagne is bottled and let to age. They keep the bottle sealed to accumulate more urine and gas. In 15 months, all yeast bacteria die. They get poisoned, choked on their own urine, and they keep the bottles at an inverted 45-degree angle, and all the dead bacteria sink down to the cork. So then they freeze the neck of the bottle with these deposits, the dead bacteria. They call it lees for wine and trub for beer. They remove it, cork the bottle again, and with colorful labels and metals it turns to champagne. Yeast is used to eat the simple sugars from any organic and put out urine, ethanol, which is then distilled off to obtain ethanol up to 96% concentration. They are then called whiskey, vodka, tequila, etc. So ethanol is not the outcome of a chemical reaction, not a product of yeast metabolism. It is yeast excrement. Metabolism is by definition a process of supporting a living creature to maintain life, to grow, to reproduce, to keep up the structure. The yeast poops out the ethanol to survive. People drink alcohol and don't know that this is the urine. Ethanol is a protoplasmic toxin, a poison, but the most covert poison. It has anesthetic properties. Inside the body, it makes nerves numb so we don't have the sensation of pain, which otherwise would signal danger and harm. Our bodies have no protection against alcohol because throughout life, inside the body remains delicate and defenseless like a newborn baby. The molecules of ethanol go directly to the bloodstream. They kill the red blood cells in the blood, which glue together, creating clots from 8 to 1,000. These clots continue traveling in the bloodstream, reach the most narrowed capillaries in the brain, and finally stick there. Each cell of our brain is connected to the entire blood system of the body through the tiniest capillaries. Their diameter is only the size of one red blood cell. The red blood cell can get through the neuron only one at a time, so the capillary gets corked up by the clots. Just 3 or 4 minutes without oxygen, which is delivered by the blood, the brain cells die. These dead neurons start to decay, causing inflammation. Think about it. Do you wonder what stroke is? The main cause of heart attacks. The main problems can be traced back to toxin poisoning, but ethanol is the most prevalent toxin. Then there is an increase in blood pressure, which causes stretching of the capillaries as the body tries to reach the dead, decaying cells to prevent inflammation. That's why people have headaches, red faces, and red eyes after drinking alcohol. As the body tries to get rid of the poison, people can't walk, can't talk, can't see. They just killed 1 million cells of their brain. The brain is a central communicator of the nervous system. The whole body, including the eyes, cannot function in this state. And in the morning, people urinate out their own dead brain cells. The blood is pumped in lots of water to wash out the dead cells to prevent fatal inflammations. So when we drink, we have high blood pressure under the scalp. You might have heard from medical representatives that alcohol causes the capillaries to dilate. This is not true. The body pumps all possible liquid to the blood, dehydrating other organs in an effort to wash out dead cells together with poisonous alcohol. And that is what stretches the capillaries, not the alcohol itself. The neurons practically don't regenerate after birth. So with each glass of alcohol, people kill armies of their own brain cells, making their brains smaller and weaker. The question is, how much alcohol is not dangerous? The answer is none. Just remember this from now on. Alcohol, ethanol, is a protoplasmic toxin. And it even smells like urine, because it is urine. Some people believe that ethanol causes relaxation. We will reveal to you what this relaxation really is. Our body is a very sophisticated mechanism. It identifies alcohol as a poison instantly. It pulls in all possible resources from each part of the body to fight it. That is what a drinking person mistakenly identifies as a burst of energy, sort of enthusiasm or relaxation. It vanishes fast. The next step, intoxication, as an organism tries to fight this poison but cannot. Inside our body, there is no protective skin. It is as tender as a newborn baby. So, would you feed a baby alcohol? Our body grows in size, but it is just as tender inside. Ethanol dissolves the blood-brain barrier. This is the biological mechanism protecting the brain from harmful large molecules and bacteria. Ethanol dissolves this barrier and penetrates into the brain instantly. Every single sip of it is poison. Our body is a self-regenerating organism. In 12 years, scientists say, we have a complete new body. However, there are two kinds of cells that practically never regenerate in the human body: brain cells, neurons, and female reproductive cells. These cells are developed when the body is born. Then nature placed them in the safest places, inside the scalp and deep inside the middle of the body. There are only two ways to harm or kill them: injury or poison. If a person has even a sip of any kind of alcohol, he cannot conceive a perfectly healthy baby. His reproductive system is damaged. A man's body needs 100 days to regenerate. On the other hand, a woman's reproductive cells are formed when she is born. They only mature and wait until needed. Alcohol can cause a woman to lose her ability to conceive, or to cause her to give birth to a child with any number of disorders or syndromes. Looking at demographics of the United States, Canada, England, Germany, Russia, Italy, France, everywhere the population is vanishing. Why? It is being washed out by this poison. The truth is that 60% of children are now born with defects, physical and mental. A future mother must never consume any alcoholic beverages. Ask the parents of a child born with Down syndrome, physical defects, and other disorders. Did they have alcohol in their bodies when they conceived? Or did the mother damage her reproductive cells long before by drinking alcohol in her teen years? Only in nations where alcohol is forbidden by the religion, Muslims for example, is the population growing. Even one beer lowers your perceptions and cognitive ability for days. Some scientist professionals have observed that after alcohol consumption, they could not get back on track on their sophisticated research for a whole month. Alcohol has been used since ancient Egyptian times. Here is a record from a wall of the pyramids. Beer in the morning, beer in the afternoon, and beer at night. A little wine thrown in for good measure, and after a hard day of cutting stones for the pharaoh, time and energy left for a bit of hanky-panky. The worshippers of Tenerit, goddess of beer, or Sekhmet, and Hathor, got drunk on beer as part of their worship of these goddesses. But in ancient party scenes on tomb walls, it would seem that quite a bit of wine was consumed, since images depict guests throwing up or being carried home because of their drunken state. Drunkenness was suggested as an amusement to the ancient Egyptian workers. At celebrations of drunkenness to the Eye of Ra, wine was given to everybody. The temples associated with the goddesses had their own vineyards to make sure that celebrants had enough wine for the rituals. In the pyramid texts, the god Shesmu brings the king grape juice for wine production. Although he was a god of wine and of the winepress, he was also a vengeful god. In later Egyptian records, beer and wine production was owned by priests and given to people in religious ceremonies to drive drunk, intoxicated slaves into the state of ecstasy. Beer was the most used Egyptian drink for slaves. It was a drink for adults and children alike. It was a staple drink of the poor. Workmen at the pyramids of the Giza Plateau were given beer 3 times a day. 5 kinds of beer and 4 kinds of wine were found by archaeologists poking through dumps, examining skeletons, texts, remains of beer jars, and wine vats. In medieval Europe, the Roman Catholic Church was a staunch supporter of wine, since it was necessary for the celebration of Mass. Monks in France made wine for years, storing it in underground caves to age it and make champagne. Alcohol is quite often connected to religious ceremonies. And as we understand it now, alcohol was used to make slaves drunk and insane to keep slavery going. And it is still a mechanism for control. It makes people sick and busy with doctors and hospitals. It keeps IQ low. This way nobody gets smart and sees outside the box. Think of a time when you refused to get intoxicated while others did not. Alcohol is everywhere. It is a drug. It must be stopped immediately and forever. Show this video to all your people. Help them get out of the slavery. From now on, we don't use the term alcoholic beverage. We call it alcohol poison. Production of pure alcohol is incredibly cheap. The cost of 1 bottle of vodka is 9 cents. The annual world sales of hard alcohol is $250 billion. That's why the biggest, most gigantic promotions in our towns belong to the alcohol industry. It is complete insanity. Propaganda is getting more and more in your face. The system is practicing this absurdity supported by the media, and even medical practitioners condition people to believe that it's okay to drink, even saying moderate alcohol drinking is the solution to practically all major health problems that the alcohol in fact causes. Well, draw this picture with the yeast bacteria urinating the alcohol. Show it to your children. They'll have lots of fun finding out what those adults drink. Alcohol, like all other drugs, makes you weak and stupid. It doesn't make you cool. Educate your kids. Save a child, and you save a nation. The New York State Department of Health, on one of its educational charts, has a strong statement. Alcohol causes more misery, sickness, inefficiency, and death than any other single cause. It is not a food. It is poison. Total abstinence decidedly decreases longevity. Alcohol paralyzes the micromuscles in the eye. It coagulates blood in the microcapillaries, blocks nutrients and oxygen delivery to the eye cells. This results in eye diseases. So why was Dr. Bates' method broadly used with great results in the 1920s? Because of prohibition. Alcohol was prohibited in the US at the time. This is why we insist that no alcohol or drugs be consumed during the eye improvement program. So, as mentioned before, the main technique in the program is palming. The longer and more often you do it, the faster you improve your eyes. Now we'll teach you basic eye exercises. As a warning, the exercises are not for those who have a detached retina. They must go to a doctor to have their retina attached and must wait 6 months before starting these exercises. This is true for anyone who's had any eye surgery. Eye muscles are the tiniest in our body. They can get easily damaged by wearing glasses. But on the other hand, they can be trained and restored very fast. Now, warm your hands up and do the palming again. Close your eyes tight and relax them 4 times. Blink, easily like a butterfly. What purpose does blinking serve? It cleans the watery film from dust, and more importantly, blinking is a natural mechanism to relax the eye muscles for changing the focus. Staring is very harmful. It paralyzes the eye muscles. From now on, when you notice yourself staring, start blinking. Blinking is a great relaxation and healing technique. Now, back to palming. Keep your eyes closed and move them in this way. 1. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Now blink. Always blink between exercises. 2. Continue with the palming, eyes closed. Move your eyes to the left, to the right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Now blink. 3. Move your eyes diagonally to the upper left corner, then to the lower right corner. Up left, down right. Up left, down right. Up left, down right. Up left, down right. Now blink. 4. Now the opposite diagonal. Upper right, down left. Up right, down left. Up right, down left. Up right, down left. Now blink. 5. Now move them in circles, clockwise. 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock. 12, 3, 6, 9. 12, 3, 6, 9. 12, 3, 6, 9. Now blink. 6. Counterclockwise. 12 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock. 12, 9, 6, 3. 12, 9, 6, 3. 12, 9, 6, 3. Now blink. 7. Now in a rectangular shape, clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now blink. 8. Rectangular counterclockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now blink. 9. Now move your eyes zigzagging up and down while moving left to right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now right to left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Left to right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right to left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now blink. 10. In a figure 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 11. A figure 8 in the opposite direction. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now blink. 12. A figure 8 on its side, or the infinity sign. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now blink. Keep palming. Breathe deep and soft. Now relax. Now give a compliment to your eyes. It will help dramatically to get them healthier faster. These totally defenseless little babies will trust you and respond, and will provide you with good vision. Some people may realize at this point how long and how much they were abusing their eyes. Promise to love your eyes. Take care of them and visualize that they can see perfectly well. Believe it and get happy as if it has happened already. Believe it and you will receive it. Each day on the program you're going to be doing homework, which mostly is not work but common sense suggestions, such as no alcohol or any drugs, no more than 1 cup of coffee. Caffeine is a narcotic. It destroys vitamins in our body. It is better to stay away from it. Also, do not get involved in any new situations. The uncertainty of the outcome may adversely affect the results of this program. Avoid negative emotions. Avoid heavy sport and lifting. Avoid cocoa beverages. Avoid sweetened drinks. Avoid sweets except for honey. And avoid heavy food. Instead, go for salads, fish, chicken, tea, preferably green with honey and lemon, and drink lots of clean water. If you take any tranquilizing medication, replace it with valerian root drops. They are herbal, harmless, and calming. Or even better, take a good long walk. Concentrate on positive emotions. Get enthusiastic and give yourself credit for doing the program. And finally, it is very important that you do not wear glasses unless it is absolutely necessary. Okay, we're going to be ending the palming. With your eyes still closed, under your palms, take your hands off and rub your eyes like children do with your fists. Then blink, 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 blink. Open your eyes. Keep your back straight. Turn back, turn your head to the right, then to the left a few times, then up and down. Restore the blood circulation, then breathe deep and smile. Good. Notice that you can see objects better and your eyes feel more alive. So, dear friends, your homework is very simple. No alcohol or other toxins. Do your best not to wear glasses unless you must, and if you must, it is better to use your old glasses with weaker lenses. Give your eyes room for improvement. Do everything possible to avoid negative emotions. Smile a lot. Do the palming longer. Do the eye exercises 6 times daily. 4 sets for each exercise. For instance, 4 figure 8s clockwise, then 4 figure 8s counterclockwise, and so on. Every day you increase the number of sets. The next class will be 5 sets, then 6, and up to 10. Exercises can be performed with palming or without it, with closed or open eyes. Now, for the really determined participants to improve their eyesight faster, do the exercises all day long, except of course while driving. Wear pirate glasses. Pirate glasses are eyeglass frames without lenses, with one side covered up, so you cannot see with that eye. Or wear an eye patch on a healthy eye. Either one should be done for no more than 30 minutes maximum. Then switch the patch to the other side, or wear it only on the healthy eye. This technique forces your eye muscles to work and grow and accelerate vision improvements. Now you might have a question how long it will take to get rid of your glasses. Within 1 full day of palming, if you are not too full of toxins and in good shape. From the experience of thousands of participants, the people who have simple nearsightedness or farsightedness and have worn glasses for just a few years, these people are often able to take the glasses off at the first class and after doing the homework diligently. By the 6th day, these people often regain their vision. Now, for those who have one or more complicated conditions, if they replace their current glasses with lighter corrections, if they do their homework diligently, they have partial improvement quickly. Then, after switching to even weaker glasses and continuing all eye exercises for a few weeks, these people can also get rid of the glasses completely. There was one participant who said, "This course is great, but I don't think it will work on me." The truth is, you get what you want. It doesn't matter if you believe it or not. Go through the program. It always works. But if you create a concept that your eyesight is getting better, if you really trust in yourself, in your own postulates, you will get results as fast as you plan to. You are the creator of your eyes, your body, and your life. After all, it's a point to confront reality that only lazy people would not restore their eyes. Welcome back. Now, if you've not fully done your homework from the previous class, go back to it. Always accomplish your homework before going to the next class. Now, you remember Dr. Bates from the last class. He had remarkable results with the application of palming. In one case, a 70-year-old man who had compound hypermetropic astigmatism and presbyopia, and also complicated by incipient cataracts. For more than 40 years, he wore glasses for seeing distances, and for the last 20 years for reading and desk work. Because of the cloudiness of the lenses of his eyes, he was unable to see well enough for his work, even with glasses. Other doctors had suggested that he wait until his cataracts were ripe, then do surgery. When he found out that palming helped others, he asked Dr. Bates if he could do it too much, and the answer was no. Palming is simply resting the eyes. One cannot rest them too much. A few days later, he returned and said that it was tedious, but he did palming continuously for 20 hours, from 4 in the morning until midnight. He had eaten nothing, only drinking lots of water, and had devoted practically all of his time to palming. As a result, the next day he could read lines without glasses at 20 feet, and also read fine print at 6 inches and at 20 inches. The cloudiness in the center of the lens disappeared entirely. You can improve your vision in one day. As a note, after one day of exercises, some participants have experienced discomfort or light pain in the eyes. That is a good sign. The eyes are becoming more alive. It is similar to having sore muscles after working out in the gym for the first time. If this occurs for you, don't increase the number of sets in each exercise. Concentrate on the palming and wait to start increasing the sets in each exercise for a couple of days. Now, barrier number 2 to fast achievement on the program: diet. What and when to eat. For fast eyesight improvement, it is very important to guarantee delivery of nutrients to each organ of the body and to the eyes in particular. Every day, the human body regenerates 300 million new cells. They need vitamins, minerals, and microelements as building material. Humanity is still not using an educated nutritional system. So here it is, the separation diet of American Dr. Howard Hay. Dr. Hay contracted near-death nephritis and began eating only simple, natural, unprocessed foods. That improved his health. Dr. Hay developed the idea of separately eating foods from 3 food groups, corresponding to 3 different pH values, or levels of acidity. These groups are alkaline, acidic, and neutral foods. Acidic foods are protein-rich: fish, eggs, cheese, meat, seafood, milk, sour cream, tofu, soy milk, and yogurt. Alkaline foods are the carbohydrate-rich starches like bread, potatoes, cereal, beans, oatmeal, pasta, rice, pancakes, sugar, honey, and anything made of flour. Neutral foods are live foods: greens, nuts, vegetables, and fruits. Now, proteins, acidic foods, and carbohydrates, alkaline foods, are not combinable. Eaten together, they turn into undigested poisonous masses, as will be explained in a moment. And by the way, do people know this to be true? Yes. Children have better intuition. Give a bologna sandwich to a child and he will eat the bologna and throw the bread down. The neutral foods are the most important category. We call them live foods, and they should be the main source of food on the separation diet. Neutral foods, mostly plants, have green proteins. Animal protein is far too high in fat and cholesterol for optimum nutrition. Eggs are 60% fat. Cheddar cheese is 72% fat. Too much animal protein is also extremely acidifying for the body, which must strip calcium from the bones to counteract the acid. A diet with more than 10% of total calories from animal protein often results in autoimmune disease, cancer, and impaired liver and kidney function. Our bodies cannot process animal protein properly. It never gets digested fully. It stays in the body too long, decays, and causes inflammations in the digestive system. Actually, proteins from plants don't even need to go down into the intestine to have all nutritional matter assimilated into the blood. They are easier to be broken down. They are converted to energy right away. Put simply, green proteins are much more beneficial to health. About the fats, they are combinable with everything. Milk, however, is not combinable with anything. What is the reasoning behind the separation diet? Our digestive system secretes different acids for different levels of pH of the contents for ideal food processing. For lowest acidic 0.8 pH up to alkaline pH. If both kinds of food are eaten at once, alkalis and acids, they neutralize each other, and the digestion process is not working right because mixed foods don't get fully broken into smaller pieces in the stomach. If the food doesn't get digested properly in the small intestine, it is pushed down without the nutrients having been assimilated, not delivered to the blood. The food then gets into the large intestine, where vitamins are supposed to be taken out, but the food was not earlier broken down into smaller particles. Undigested food stays in the system too long. Under high temperature, it begins to decay, and only fats and water are removed by the body. This creates very dense fecal stones. You still get hungry, but you have a swollen stomach. You gain extra weight and become unhealthy overall. This buildup of dense masses of undigested food can stay in the human body, decaying and intoxicating it for more than 15 years. If you have any health condition, the first thing you have to be concerned with is cleaning your body of these poisoning fecal masses. Then start the separation diet. What about supplements? There is a lot of evidence now that the whole idea has turned to a big money-making industry, when all needed nutrition is in the most simple foods, if eaten in an educated way. So, that is the educated nutritional system. Now, to clean out the fecal masses, it is simply a colon cleanse, which can be done at home using an enema bag. You need to do this only one time in the program. While doing this, it is suggested you perform it thoroughly. Keep the water inside as long as you can while moving and shaking your body for cleansing to go well. Then you start the separation diet. Make sure to eat plenty of raw greens, particularly parsley and onions. Drink plenty of water. You'll always have healthy digestion. Now, how do we eat on this diet? Eat the proteins, the acidic foods, with anything in the neutral or live food category, then leave the table. Have some fruits, vegetables, nuts in between. Then in 2 hours, have the alkaline, the carbohydrate-rich foods, with anything from the neutral or live group. During this 2-hour break, you allow your body to digest the food in an efficient way. It is broken down to small particles, so all nutrients, vitamins, minerals, microelements, are assimilated into the blood, which will deliver them to each cell in your body and to your eyes. Many people all over the world use this system with wonderful results. Stable health, great physical shape, stable weight, the same as when young. Another absolutely great benefit of the separation diet, besides getting healthier, is the body needs much less food. People lose weight. They get in better shape. The separation diet allows the body to absorb all vitamins, minerals, microelements from food. Your body gets completely satisfied. It doesn't give a signal of hunger asking for more nutrition after each meal. The amount of food needed is reduced dramatically, and you never have trouble with the stool, and it even has no bad smell, since carbon oxygen gas is a byproduct of poor digestion. As a note, from scientific research and the experience of healthy people, we recommend you stay away from anything made of flour or sugar. Instead of any beverage, drink juice, tea, and plenty of water, but not from plastic bottles because plastic releases toxic chemicals. Sugar should be totally avoided, as highly concentrated sucrose, lactose, and fructose is very harmful, causing many health problems, including the weakening of eyesight. There are plenty of natural sugar-like compounds in simple foods. Be very conscious about sugar substitutes, as all products of the chemical industry are toxic and very harmful to the body, especially aspartame, an artificial sweetener. Aspartame is one of the most dangerous chemical substances ever added to food. It's been reported to the FDA as the cause of 92 symptoms, including brain damage, heart attack, and macular dystrophy. That's the degeneration of the eye nerve leading to blindness. Aspartame is in almost all chewing gums, in candy, children's vitamins, and cold tablets. Read ingredient labels to avoid this dreadful toxin. We suggest you write down the list of carbs and proteins to hang in the kitchen at the beginning as you memorize it and use it routinely. The simplicity of it is that soon you will have great benefits, proving that the recommendations are correct. You will get leaner, healthier, and what is most important here, guaranteed delivery of vitamins and minerals to your eyes, which are the primary focus on this program. Now we will learn a new eye training technique called central fixation. You have to restore the central fixation of your eyes. What is central fixation? If we look at the human eye on a cross-section, it looks like this. It is round, has a lens in front, the retina in the back, a half-spherical nerve layer, and in the middle there is a yellow spot, the macula. It is the most light-sensitive part, which has an immediate connection to the main eye nerve and is responsible for central vision. We see objects on a straight line. When we look at a scene, we see the center of it clearly. The rest of the picture we perceive by side vision, because the light sensitivity of the macula is 1,000 times stronger than that of the rest of the retina. So, people who wear glasses have the macula position shifted. What does this mean? We perceive objects by direct line to the macula, but glasses have their own optical center, which practically never fits into the straight line between the macula and objects that you are looking at. That's why people move their head when they wear glasses instead of moving the eyes, like robots. So the glasses are the obstacles to perceiving by straight line, and automatically you'll begin to squint, trying to adjust to the center of the glasses. And as you understand now, everybody who wears glasses has a cross-eye problem as well, and many have the macula shifted. It makes the picture blurry. It progresses over time while wearing glasses, worsening your vision. So we have to restore the central focusing of your eyes. From today on, every time you have a minute, do the central fixation without glasses. With this simple exercise, you will force the center of the image to the center of your eye. You can do this with the book, for example. Look at the page, blink, then look at a specific line, blink, look at a specific word in that line, blink, look at a specific letter in the word, blink. You do this 20 times. Alternately, you can look through a window at a whole scene, blink, look at the house across the street, blink, look at a specific window, blink, and look at a part of that window, blink. You can do this 20 times. By the way, do you know how much information your eyes receive every second? 480 billion bits every second. Not even the most powerful supercomputer with the latest optical technology can match the intricacy of our eyes. People should be totally ashamed to imprison this unbelievable, enormous, sophisticated live machine by such primitive things as glasses. Just take them off. Admire your eyes, the glorious creation that you possess. Now, we have some more very powerful training to make the eye muscles more flexible. Eye gymnastics. This particular exercise is called air eyes. This technique is fun, but very therapeutic. Here you take your attention away from your eyes and to the necessity to move your hands in a certain way. Without this constant mental pressure about your poor eyesight, your eyes automatically get better focus. Imagine taking your eyes out with your hands. Move the hands with so-called air eyes and look at them simultaneously. Move your hands up, down, up, down, up, down, up, and down. Now bring your eyes back every time to avoid sudden changes of focus. Shake your hands to relax them. Then take them out. Left to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right. Look at the air eyes. Every time bring them back and shake your hands. Now diagonally. Upper left to lower right. Upper left, lower right. Upper left, lower right. Upper left, lower right. Now the opposite diagonal. Upper right, lower left. Upper right, lower left. Upper right, lower left. Upper right, lower left. Now in a rectangle. 1, 2, 3, 4, getting all four corners. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Blink and shake your hands, otherwise the pressure from your hands can get to your eyes. Now, the opposite rectangle. 1, 2, 3, 4. All four corners. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now a wave in both directions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now the number 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the 8 on its side, or the infinity symbol. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if you're farsighted, do it close to your face. If nearsighted, as far as you can extend your hands. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now in a decreasing spiral. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Finish off by the central fixation and palming. Okay, now for your homework. Palming, the longer the better. Do all exercises 5 times each. Start the separation diet. Central fixation at least 2 times during the day. Air eyes in the morning and evening. And the colon cleanse. Do not wear glasses, even of a lighter prescription, unless you need them urgently. Smile. And one more very important point. Try to notice improvements. Acknowledge them and be happy and grateful. It will speed up the progress enormously. Welcome to class number 3. Did you do your homework? Great. Now we will learn a very powerful technique, relaxing the whole body and the eyes in particular, neck and shoulder gymnastics. Remember, relaxation is the basic of sight improvement. You also improve blood circulation in the neck and eyes. Stand up, relax, smile, bear rocks. Switch your weight from one leg to the other, like bears do it to relax themselves. Do it 20 times. Next exercise. Turn your head and look to the left, to the right. 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 Double turns. To the left, to the right. 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 Head up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Double it. Up, down, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. Now around in a circle. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Now the opposite circle. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now pull the shoulders up and down. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Double the shoulders. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. All right. Shoulder rotation. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Opposite rotation. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now bend the body. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Now double that. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. Bend the body back. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Double that. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. Okay. Turn the body to the left and to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Double turns. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. Now the big turns. Turn your body and look to the right, then turn your body and look to the left. Let the scene in front of you move by quickly. Continue. Make your entire body relaxed. Turn one foot and lift the heel of the other. Try to get a sensation of weightlessness. Enjoy it. Sing your favorite song. Make about 70 turns. Feel energized? Great. Now, our new procedure is called solarization. It helps improve blood circulation, which provides better nutrient delivery to your regenerating eye muscles, and for the removal of toxins from the eye tissues. The retina in people who wear glasses is always blue and gray because of lack of blood circulation from the light scarcity. In the eyes without glasses, the retina has a healthy pink color. Put a lamp on or light a candle inside the house. Turn the lights off. Stand facing the light 5 to 10 feet away. Take your glasses off. Turn the upper body to the right, then to the left. Look at the right wall, then turn to the left. Let the scene with the light move by quickly. Look at the left wall. Do this 20 times. The most powerful solarization uses the sun. The sunlight consists of rays of energy, photons. They are the source of life on our planet. They also give energy and stimulate all processes in your eyes. But don't look directly at the sun. That is very harmful. Solarization using the sun you do with your eyes closed. Stand facing the sun, close your eyes, turn to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right. Do this 20 times. The sun's energy penetrates the eyelids. Alternately, you can get behind a tree or by the corner of a building and rock your body into and out of the shadow, and do this 20 times. Relax your eyes by blinking. Rub your hands to warm them up and do the palming. The sun's energy revitalizes cells in the eyes, making them more alive. You'll notice sight improvement right away. By the way, sunglasses are very harmful. They block your eyes from natural solarization. Don't wear them unless you are on bright snow or the beach on a very sunny day. Also, never wear glasses during the program. Remember, the less you wear them, the faster you will get results. You have to start thinking in a scientific manner. The mechanism of vision, the structure of the eye, is not a mystery any longer. You know how your eyes are built, why your vision grows dim. You understand each exercise and procedure and can take responsibility for restoring your eyesight. We assume that after finding out that all eye problems are simple things in fact, you are greatly relieved and you will feel quite empowered. Now, through the eyelid, you can examine your eyes and find astigmatic points. They are sticking out. If you press one of these points down, you will observe that your eye can focus better because the eye is supposed to be a symmetrical ball. But since some muscles are over-tensed and others over-loose, the eye is not spherical, but sticking out in one or more places. Just like an air balloon when you squeeze it. When you press down on this astigmatic point, you will make the eye more spherical and you will see better. In the process of going through this program, those points will disappear and your eyes will be restored to their natural, symmetrical shape. There are lots of ideas these days about how thinking positively and everything will go just great. It can be a real trap. Just to sit and do only thinking might cause problems. That's how you got eye problems in the first place. You had no idea there were other possibilities besides going to the doctor and getting glasses or surgery. Well, now you know. We give you the latest knowledge and the most effective eye improvement program. You are the only one who can do it for your eyes. Here's something that will help you go through the program faster. It was noticed that the idea that what you think about when falling asleep works on you overnight and becomes your reality in the morning. Tonight, when you've done everything and are ready to go to bed, write down a self-affirmation like, I will do all the exercises tomorrow. My eyesight is getting better. I am the master of my whole body. I make my eyes healthier. Let this be your new consideration. I am balanced and even-tempered. I can relax my eyes during rest or work. I have the intention to restore my eyes. I forever refuse to poison myself with ethanol and all other drugs. I refuse forever to cripple my eyes by wearing glasses. I often blink or close my eyes to relax. I rest my eyes. For 3 to 4 minutes every hour, I do palming. I can see close and far with all detail. Sun and sunlight, they are my friends. My health strengthens. My eyesight improves. In the future, I have my beautiful life and my great vision. Learn this self-affirmation by heart and write it every night before you go to sleep. It will become your reality, your life experience. Just as it says, believe it and you shall receive it. Now, a question. Do you smoke? Smoke from your cigarette has 194 kinds of poisons, 4 times more than bus smoke. 14 of those toxins are narcotics. The smoke burns the thin tear film in your eyes. Our tear liquid is alkaline, but the smoke has ammonium hydrate, causing acid reactions. It turns to ammonia and burns your eye film, intoxicates our eyes, and causes inflammations. You want to improve your vision, so you should not damage them by smoking. Okay, your homework for this lesson. Don't wear glasses unless urgently needed. Continue the separation diet. Palming, the longer the better. Eye exercises, 6 times each, a few times during the day. Central fixation a few times. Air eyes in the morning and evening. Neck and shoulder gymnastics. Solarization as often as you can, either with a candle with open eyes or with the sun with closed eyes. Before going to bed, write down your self-affirmations, your postulates. You have to keep your eye improvement postulates close to your heart, and do your homework diligently. Welcome to class number 4. Make sure that you fully accomplish the homework. It might seem like this is a lot to do, but in fact the whole program couldn't be simpler. Just do each day's homework honestly. The program is only a few days, but works miracles. Let this be your inspiration. A very important topic now for those who want to get healthier, stronger, and feel younger. For the fast eye improvement, we should get your whole body well. We give you the most simple yet powerful natural technique, cold water dowsing. It's been used for generations in many countries. It was proven scientifically that under this short procedure, the temperature of the body jumps up for a few seconds, and all bad bacteria and viruses causing inflammation in your body die. In case of any pain, any disease, there's an inflammation. Dowsing heals your body of inflammations. Scientists have detected radiating electrical fields around bodies, but on people who are not healthy, this field appears broken, with black spots. Right after dowsing, the field was observed to be restored, a complete, shining sphere. Dowsing provides harmony of energy flows inside and around the body. It heals. We assume that you are an intelligent person. You have your own observation that medical application to health conditions doesn't work. Medications contain toxic ingredients, and it is foolish to consume them. They may do deadly damage to the body's delicate tissues. Old-time patent medicines were 40% alcohol, like widely used mouthwash or cough syrup. That's why we feel sleepy after taking it. If doctors really knew what they were doing, they and their families would always be healthy, but they are not. So let's take responsibility for our own health. Don't be naive about medications. Read the endless list of frightening side effects, and get the true concept that medication essentially is poison. We ought to take our health into our own hands. Using dowsing along with the educated diet, you'll be the master of your own well-being. The best way to douse is outdoors, barefoot, on the ground. Use water that is no more than 52 degrees Fahrenheit. Water above 53 degrees has no healing properties. You might have to cool the water off in the refrigerator. Pick up the water. Pray or ask 3 times for health for yourself, health for your loved ones, and health for all good people. Then pour the water over your head and body. Don't worry, it only takes a second. Yet it's the most powerful healing method, working through unification with nature. People start dowsing in the summer, then winter comes, and the weather gets colder, and eventually they're doing it barefoot in the snow. Instead of cold, they experience warm energy, and steam rises from the body. The recommendation of cold water dowsing technology is, if you get sick, do the dowsing every 4 hours. If healthy, do it once a day to maintain health and feel younger. It costs nothing, but works healing miracles, and helps you maintain health all your life. The healing effects of water are amazing. The latest revolutionary discovery has revealed that water actually responds to our thoughts. It changes its structure, obtains healing properties. When we drink it or pour it over our body, it restores energy to the body, even improves the structure and changes our genome for the better. All under our thought of love and hope. After all, dousing is fun. Okay, some of you might still wonder why earlier there was so much attention on alcohol, because the eyes are the first target for toxins. You might remember your chemistry teacher in school showing an experiment how alcohol coagulates blood in a test tube. So it does in our bodies. In 1961, 3 American scientists, Nasely, Mascow, and Pennington, were exploring the human eye using a special long-focus microscope. Through the pupil of the eye, they focused on the microvessel of the retina. With help of a sidelight, physicists, for the first time in the history of science, could look inside the human vessels and observe how blood flows. They could see the walls of vessels, the red and white cells, everything. But one day, while observing one subject, when they looked into his vessels, they gasped with surprise. Clusters, clots of glued-together erythrocytes, dead red cells. They called them grape bunches, and counted many of them, from 8 to 400, and some up to 1,000 erythrocyte clusters. Physicists were terrified, but the man was not worried. On the second, the third participant, everything was fine. On the fourth, clusters again. They investigated and found out that these two had had alcohol before. The physicists performed a barbaric experiment. They gave another patient 1 shot of whiskey, and in 15 minutes, the blood of this man was observed to have the clusters of erythrocytes. The physicists thought they had just made the greatest scientific discovery, proving that blood coagulates in alcohol. Not only in a test tube, but in the live vessels. And that this will change the concept that alcohol is not a recreational drug. It is a killing drug like other poisons. But no, this discovery was totally suppressed and forgotten. Once ethanol gets into the blood, it damages red blood cells. Red blood cells, erythrocytes, have a slightly negative charge, pushing each other away. Ethanol neutralizes this charge, and instead of pushing off, they stick together. Have you ever wondered why many older men have red and blue swollen noses? This is what it is. Blood vessels are the thinnest just under the skin, so the blood clots approach, stop, stack up, and stop up these little capillaries. They atrophy, and drinkers have this blue-red swollen nose and face, or red spots on the skin. The same is going on in the brain. Man's brain consists of 15 million nerve cells, neurons. The diameter of the capillary feeding it is very tiny, 1 red cell. They can get through here only 1 by 1. When a clot gets stuck in a capillary, in 3 to 4 minutes the brain cell without oxygen suffocates and dies. Each sip of alcohol makes a new cemetery of dead brain cells in man's head. When pathologists open the brain of regular social drinkers, they see them as wrinkled, shrunken, with microscars and sores. They are not surprised to see it this way, but wonder how a man could live at all. Alcohol is the number one means to deprive people of their mind, make slaves of them, bipeds instead of creative, forward-looking individuals. Alcohol is a narcotic, a very addictive and harmful drug. Our body has no ability to fight alcoholic beverages. Toxic molecules stay in the blood more than 24 hours, but a big percentage of it, like all other toxins, remain in the tissues forever, accumulating over the years, constantly harming the body, including the eyes. Toxins can be removed only by complete purification. For women, the reproductive cells are fully developed at birth. They stay there all her life, waiting once a month to mature. And it's never known which glass of champagne or beer can damage that very cell which later becomes a crippled or disfigured newborn. Women who ever have the intention of having children must never drink alcoholic poison. In ancient Greece, to some degree, people seem to know this. At one time, wine was forbidden newly married brides. In all cultures up to the beginning of last century, the consumption of alcohol by women was considered a heavy sin. How many families we know of, even celebrities, struggle to care for children born with physiological or mental problems? All of them are the result of alcohol intoxication of their parents on a beautiful wedding day, very often long before. There's not a single cell, no single organ that doesn't get harmed by this terrible poison. In ancient times, alcohol, beer and wine, was given to workers, slaves, part of the effort to keep them in slavery. But look around. Alcohol is everywhere, in each corner of our towns, in each house. Is slavery still on? No, we have to end this intoxication. It's ruining our lives. The most dangerous effects are in the brain. This toxin accumulates in the brain. It doesn't get digested like food. It is absorbed right from the mouth and ventricles, gets into the bloodstream, to the brain, and causes very intensive destruction of the cerebral cortex. The mechanism is very simple and has been long known. The dreadful effects of ethanol are described in all books, yet people still consume it. Why? Because it is so available, aggressively advertised, and even suggested by some dishonest or ignorant representatives of medicine as being healthy. Let's take responsibility for this poison now. Let's save our children. Ironically, parents are the first to teach children how to drink, simply by setting an example, drinking in their presence. Alcohol is the number one killer of the whole human civilization from the early dawn of it. Under alcohol, a person is partially insane. Many would say that they are not an alcoholic, they say they just drink a little to relax. Well, it's not relaxation, it's making you stupid and sick. If you test your IQ after even one drink, you'd be terrified of how low it has already dropped. It is well known that it is poison, but it's called a recreational drug, which is a total lie. It's exactly the opposite. It is ruining the body. Our children are taught in schools, and we are instilled by the media and all health organizations into drink responsibly. You most likely never realized that this is the best propaganda to consume it, because the message here is drink. It is a narcotic, it is addictive. It is the same as if they said kill yourself smartly, or poison yourself responsibly. Alcohol destroys structural and functional integrity of the brain. A person swallows it, the red blood cells glue up in clusters, stop the blood capillaries, the brain cells get suffocated, the massive dying off begins. The normal operation of the cerebral cortex stops, causing destruction of the vestibular system, which contributes to balance and to the sense of spatial orientation. It is the leading contributor about movement and sense of balance. Therefore, this system affects the movement of our eyes. Some people under the influence of alcohol lose coordination, some lose memory, and some lose consciousness. It's all the result of poisoning. As mentioned before, the body washes out the dead brain cells. And what happens to that liquid later on? Well, you urinate them out in the morning after a night of drinking. So there's the modern scientific saying, he who drinks wine and beer urinates their own brain. We hope you'll never forget it. Explain it to your children and save them. Together we can set man free from alcoholic slavery. Okay, so you have a health condition, now you know the main cause of it. There's no single disease that cannot be triggered by ethanol poisoning. None. And there's no single way even to think of eyesight improvement without stopping ethanol intoxication. Killer number one. There are a lot of things to accomplish in life, but if we take responsibility for this part, we will be on our way out of this drunk, sick world. Even, dear friend, if you are personally never drinking this poison, let others know about this video. Help those who are not this strong or fortunate as you. Do not hesitate to speak up against alcohol. People will be very grateful to you. Now we will learn the eye and face massage. This is beneficial for relaxation and greater metabolism for the eyes, all face muscles, and skin. What is the healing effect of massage? It's similar to palming. The energy from your fingers and palms penetrate deep into the tissues with the healing effect. You can use it as a self-healing technique for any tissues in the nose, throat, neck, or head. Besides, it's very calming, it's pleasant, and it helps to regenerate the skin. We always do massage slowly, with the rhythm of the heartbeat. First, we massage the face. Rub your hands together until they get hot, then massage the following: the forehead, the middle of the brow bone, the temple, massage and stroll, the nose and bridge, spots between the nose and cheekbone, before the ear, inside the ears, do not go too deep, the whole ear, behind the ears, the back of the neck. Now we massage the eyes. Close your eyes and through the eyelids do soft vibrating pushes as if you're pressing a button. The outer corners, the inner corners, the upper side, the lower side. Stretch the eyes, vibrating pushes by 4 fingers. Finally, with both palms, massage the whole face and neck. Very relaxing and pleasant, isn't it? The face and eye massage is suggested 2 times daily. Now, the homework. Do not use any alcohol or any other drugs. Don't wear glasses unless urgently needed. Do palming, the longer the better. Do all eye exercises 7 times each. Continue the separation diet, central fixation, air eyes, bear rocks and body exercises, the neck and shoulder gymnastics, solarization, eye and face massage 2 times daily, dowsing, and writing self-affirmation before falling asleep. Be cheerful, smile often, sing your favorite song, observe that your vision gets better, love and admire your beautiful eyes. Okay, this is class number 5. You did your homework? Great! Now we will remove barrier number 3 to the progress of Dr. Bates' method application. It is emotion. All negative emotions cause tension in the nerve system of each muscle of the body, including the eye muscles. Try it now. Imagine that you are stressed or angry. You feel the muscles of the neck and face getting tight right away, right? The same thing happens with these tiny muscles in your eyes. You might never realize it. Now, smile. Feel relaxed. Pay attention. All muscles of your face become soft and smooth. See? It is extremely important now on your path toward eye improvement to control the mood, reaction. Try not to get your eye muscles tensed. Life is a big journey and not always that healthy and pleasant, but if we pay just a little attention, we can control our reactions very easily. Let's say your kid comes home all dirty and you were blaming him and yelling. Now, when you were on the program, what would you do if such a thing happens? Give yourself an affirmation. I will take my kid and we will wash his dirty clothes together. Or let's say your boss called you in and was yelling at you, and you got very nervous and upset. Make a better plan. If such a thing happens again, I will stay calm like an elephant. If some of your people make you nervous, you can just say, I hear you, but I'm on an eye improvement program right now, and I'm not allowed to be nervous, so let's take this matter up later, and I promise I'll do my best to resolve it. Just work it out somehow. You can write it down. Relaxation is the most important element of the eye improvement program. Okay, you know the basic data about alcohol already. If you're asked what it has to do with eye improvement, the answer is everything. The eyes are the most tender vessels of the body, and they are the first that get attacked by alcohol. Remember the red eyes after drinking, especially combined with smoking? The vessels of the retina burst, letting the blood out. Obvious harm to the eyes. Now about beer. We open the encyclopedia. Beer, an alcoholic beverage, the third most popular after water and tea. Produced by fermentation of yeast. Urine again. One brand of Chinese beer reportedly includes in its recipe even ground up dog part. If beer ranges from 4 to 20% alcohol, it's 4 to 20% yeast urine. Production of beer is mentioned as early as 6,000 years ago in Egypt, and in 1800 BC in the Babylonian Code of Hammurabi, which included laws regulating beer. In early European cultures, the components of beer included different fruits and narcotic herbs. In 822, hops were added to the production of beer. This plant has a substance identically similar to estrogen, the female hormone. In beer manufacturing, it was noticed that because of dealing with hops, most female workers often have irregular cycle problems. When a man drinks beer, he consumes this hormone estrogen. It causes hormone imbalance and consequently feminization of his body. He grows bigger hips or a big belly. His voice gets thinner. Shoulders get smaller. He gets female manners. Loses natural attraction to women. Turns less firm and determined as a man should be. He gets fearful. The first recorded use of hops for beer production were Germanic tribes. They have a saying now, a man who drinks a lot of beer becomes like a ripe watermelon, swollen stomach and little dried up tendril. It's not a joke, but a reality. Because of the beer, the male genital gets smaller and smaller. They suffer from impotence and male pattern baldness. That's a medical observation. A boy can even be born with this defect if he has a mother who was drinking during pregnancy. Or his genitals could remain undeveloped if he was given beer, like to help him sleep as an infant. For men, when drinking alcohol, when the male hormone testosterone interacts with the alcohol molecule gets one carbon segment out, and it turns the testosterone to estrogen. Right in the blood, male hormones turn to female hormones. But the problem gets worse. This tendency gets on the genome and becomes the stable genetic deficiency and modification for future generations. When a woman drinks beer, it causes the opposite effect. Her body gets male characteristics, such as developing male secondary sexuality, including reproductive disability, losing natural tenderness, disinterest in children, broad shoulders, deepening voice, genome modifications, and opening the door to every kind of disease. Some people drink non-alcoholic beer, and they don't know how harmful it is. It is not truly non-alcoholic. It is low-alcohol beer, still an alcoholic beverage. The same poison with all the same byproduct toxic ingredients. We already know the dreadful reality of alcohol, or the yeast urine. But what about the hops used in beer production? Hops are the female flower clusters of the plant related to cannabis, which is the marijuana plant. Marijuana is the most widely used psychoactive drug. It is also known that men working in the hop plantations suffered from dermatitis, skin lesions, and dogs would get intoxicated, leading to death. Women were not even allowed to work there. Nowadays, a hybrid is made. The hop plant is grafted onto marijuana rootstocks to crossbreed the top, and it's called tipsy hops. It has stronger narcotic characteristics, making beer very addictive. Cannabis beer in Germany has the marijuana leaf on its label. Another toxic byproduct of beer production is fusel alcohol, furfuryl, an aromatic aldehyde, similar to benzene, acetone. Because of all these components, women are not allowed at all, and male workers on the beer production line suffer from serious eye problems: glaucoma, farsightedness, myopia, extensive inner pressure, black spots on the retina, spots on the iris, all just because of beer steam. When people drink beer, they undergo multiple poisoning and harm, consuming these toxic byproducts. Some promotions advertise so-called living beer. This product, besides all toxins mentioned above, have even more dreadful properties. Usually beer undergoes pasteurization, hitting it up to 70 degrees Celsius, killing yeast bacteria. So the living beer is not pasteurized. It contains live yeast bacteria. When people drink it, the bacteria get in their stomach, and what is it doing inside your body? Well, the same thing it was doing in the fermentation. The yeast eat organic substances inside your body and urinate ethanol. And you have an alcohol factory inside your body. Antibiotics that kill regular bacteria will not harm yeast, as the biochemistry of yeast is different. Yeast is also not recognized by white blood cells, which defend the blood by attacking harmful substances. Yeast also remove from the body the most valuable metals, like magnesium, iron, calcium, zinc, and use them for their own growth. Consumption of any alcohol, even in tiny doses, is very harmful. You don't have to be an alcoholic to be exposed to all kinds of health problems: heart attacks, Parkinson's disease, kidney failure, cancer. With alcohol, people have no chance for health. You might have heard some say that we can digest alcohol in small portions and it's not bad. This is not true. Humans, like other animals, have an enzyme called alcohol dehydrogenase, produced in the liver. It breaks down alcohol, which otherwise would be toxic. It breaks down the alcohol made by yeast bacteria, which natively lives on grapes and other fruits. But the body only produces a tiny amount, not enough to protect the body if any alcohol is consumed at all. Now, how else does alcohol destroy the body? As we all know from school, ethanol is a solvent. It dissolves fats and proteins. We use it for cleaning. We should realize that our organs don't have a protective cover like our skin. They are exposed. The walls of the human cell are made of different kinds of proteins and lipids, partially fats. Ethanol dissolves it, ruins it, and then opens the way to all other toxins and harm to the cell from the inside. The biggest danger is that ethanol penetrates inside the cell, where the nucleus of the cell is located. The ethanol then harms and modifies your DNA, your body, and your life. It modifies your future, the future of your children, and the future of your children's children, their entire life. Alcohol, ethanol, is a protoplasmic toxin, which means that it poisons and destroys your body in the tiniest and deepest level of plasma and cell matter. It is the beginning of every health problem. Cancer, arthritis, blood pressure, stroke, eye problems, depression, anxiety, crippled newborns. Name millions of known and unknown health conditions. They can all be caused by it. You may have a question here. How much alcohol is not harmful? The answer is none. Write it down. Tell your children. The safe dose of alcohol for every person is 0. Every single word from anybody who said that alcohol is any good is a total intentional lie, misleading, stupid, and ignorant. Dishonest alcohol advocates claim that wine or beer are good because they have some nutrition. Sure, the essential matter was organic, but if you take calcium and add uranium to it, would you call it nutrition? Of course not. It is still a killing substance. And to make it more clear, the percentage of the alcohol in alcoholic beverages is the exact percentage of yeast urine. The rest is highly acidic liquid of toxic byproducts, sometimes with lots of sugar, which is also a very harmful substance. What is a narcotic? What is a common denominator of all narcotics? They cause euphoria. And what is euphoria? Euphoria is a mental sickness, a sensation of fake peacefulness, placidity, fake joy. It is mental retardation. This is the same sensation of all strong illegal drugs. It is the retarded sensation of fake freedom. It is nothing but losing all responsibility before yourself and others. In numerous experiments on rats given alcohol, they were not getting pregnant. Soon they were simply dying. So are humans, just more slowly. In the 60s, a group of scientists were learning newborn pigs' behavior. They found that in 6 weeks, they create a pack. One of, not the biggest usually, but likely the bravest, became a leader. He commands all other piglets. He is the first to the food trough, and all the other pigs wait till he's done. One day, a scientist included beer with the slops. So the leader piglet ran up as usual, but didn't start to eat. He smelled the slops, smelled again, looked really confused. He looked to the left, looked to the right, not sure what to do. But he was hungry and ate. When he walked away, the rest of the pack ran up to the slop. 15 minutes after they ate, the piglets became overactive. They started to fight with each other and even bite the leader. But in a short while, they became disoriented, started to shiver, hide in the corners, and fell asleep. In a couple of days, everything was back on track. The order was restored. The scientists gave them food with beer again. The leader piglet ran up. He didn't start to eat again. He looked left, looked right, looked above. Then he hooked the trough by his little snout and overturned it. The scientists thought it was an accident. He gave them the slop with the beer again, but the pig jumped and overturned it this time. Isn't it amazing? A small piglet with his little brain had enough mind to reject alcohol, to detect that it was not edible, and wouldn't let the pack get harmed again. Look around. This poison is everywhere. You most likely were not aware of what alcohol really is. Well, you are now. Become a leader in your family, your community. Prevent people from self-poisoning. We must eliminate this hidden killing weapon from our civilization once and forever. The question is, are we conscious enough to overturn this alcohol slop? You know that the 1950s in the United States was called the Pink Age. Remember the great cars, the beautiful girls with a narrow waist, handsome men in great shape? You know that most houses had no keys? People trusted each other. There was not much criminality. Do you know why? Because that was the generation born in the 1920s, when alcohol was prohibited in the United States. They had higher IQ, better health, stronger integrity. Now look at this overweight population, our models. Flat, breathless body. Look at the men with the big belly, too broad hips. This is a sign of degeneration. That's the result of alcoholization. Some say be positive. Look at the bright side of life. Why bring all this negative? We are looking at the bright side, but we still have to recognize, to confront and stand up against danger. Now man is basically good. We can build great civilization, the golden age of mankind. It will do it fast if we set man free from alcoholic slavery. Well, on this program, every conscious participant could improve eyesight. There was one man on this program, a professor of physics and math sciences, who got through the program, got his success, took the glasses off. In 4 weeks, he had a big party in his honor. Took only one shot of whiskey, and lost all his improvements instantly. Couldn't even see the table, and placed the glass back down on the salad dish. All alcoholic beverages simply destroy our eyes. Just remember, all your improvement from this program will stay with you if you take responsibility for alcohol and other drugs. We read from a medical encyclopedia. A drug, basically speaking, is any substance that, when absorbed into the body of a living organism, alters normal bodily function. What else do we know? Practically everywhere, alcohol is suggested as a recreational drug. Whoever put these two words together was fatally ignorant, because it is not a recreation to be harming health and the mind. From the encyclopedia again, recreational drugs are chemical substances that affect the central nervous system, such as opioids or hallucinogens. As an example, you could hear on the news that people got this or that unknown dreadful infection after vacation on some cruise. Well, these people did a lot of drinking on those cruises, killed armies of their cells, ruined the biological balance. Well, no wonder they got sick. The last thing on alcohol, heroin and alcohol are narcotics at the same level of addiction. It is not overstating, but the scientific fact. So let's finally get off this delusion that lasted for such a long time. The old saying, everything in moderation, is no longer applicable. Only the insane would take poisons in moderation. In 1975, during the Congress of the World Health Organization, alcohol was defined as a toxin. This is all that people would have to know to reject this poison instantly and forever. Okay, the next topic, the miracle of healing fasting. It was mentioned before that to improve eyesight, we have to clean the body of toxins. Yesterday, you performed colon cleansing. You started the separation diet and cold water dousing. That's great. But to get success in vision improvement really fast, we ought to clean each cell in our eyes, brain, the whole body from toxins accumulated through a life of living in a chemically oriented society. How do you do it in a simple, fast way right in your home? Imagine you get hungry, go to your fridge, eat, digest this food. The blood takes all nutrition together with toxins and distributes it to the organs and all tissues. In a couple of hours, you have a sinking sensation in the pit of your stomach again, but you don't go to your fridge for fuel. Instead, drink some clean water, which is the necessary supply of hydrogen and oxygen. In this case, our body uses inner resources for the production of energy. We have here a great phenomenon called the miracle of fasting. The utilization of fat reserves as fuel, releasing toxins accumulated in the body fat tissues to the so-called hungry blood, which eliminates it as waste. That's a miracle of fasting, the natural method to cleanse an organism from toxins. Remember when you were sick? You didn't want to eat, right? Animals do the same thing. They heal themselves by fasting. During fasting, some people get headaches. This is a good manifestation that the body is getting cleaner. Drink more water to wash them out faster. The headache will pass. So, tomorrow morning, don't run to the fridge, but take pen and paper and write, "Today I have a beautiful day of celebrating my body and spirit, the day of healing fasting. I will clean each cell of my precious organism and my eyes from toxins." Then drink water and go out about your day. Once you think about food, take this writing from your pocket and read with enthusiasm. "Today I have a beautiful day of healing fasting. I clean each cell of my priceless organism, my eyes, my brain. Drink the water and go about your day." It is better to go for 3 days, but if you can only do 1 day, that's still great. In the evening, you'll come out of the fasting briefly to eat some raw vegetables with no seasoning, no more than 1 pound. 400 to 500 grams is optimal stomach capacity. More food stretches the walls and it can be harmful. Diabetics can just skip breakfast. Drink water instead. Have 450 grams of raw vegetables for lunch. There will still be a healing effect. On the 5th day of this program, everybody does the healing fasting. Nearly everyone who fasts discovers the same thing, that when they fast, they actually have no hunger and more energy than they normally have. It is indeed liberating to get rid of accumulated toxins in this quick, simple, easy, and effective way. Deep cleaning of body organs, including the eyes. What are the toxins you get rid of? It is all industrial: traffic smoke, alcoholic beverages, medications, any that you've ever taken during your life, radiation. It doesn't matter when you got those toxins, yesterday or even before birth when your body was just a tiny embryo. The residuals always remain there, mostly in the fat tissues. They accumulate and cause harmful effects on your health. It is not a new idea. Fasting 1 day a week has been a tradition in many cultures, so use it for your well-being and cleansing of your eyes. The whole concept of healing fasting can be read in the books of Paul Bragg, an American pioneer of the healthy lifestyle. By the way, his daughter lost her vision in a car accident, and he helped her to restore it by exercises based on the Dr. Bates method. It is suggested for good health maintenance to have 1 day of healing fasting every week. Tomorrow, after 5 days of relaxation, training, and health improvement applications, you will take your glasses off for the entire day. The first day with no glasses, if you didn't take them off before. The majority of conscientious participants do it after the first class of the program. Your homework: healing fasting at least 1 day, palming, eye exercises 8 times each, central fixation, air eyes, solarization, eye and face massage, neck and shoulder gymnastics, dowsing, self-affirmation writing at night, and creating positive emotions. Okay, this is the 6th and final class. You did your homework, right? Good. In all cultures, there are sayings about the eyes. In one, it says that the eyes are the mirror of the soul. In another, the eyes are the window to the soul. The meaning is pretty much the same. The eyes are a reflection of the individuality of the mind. If you wear glasses, your vision is blurred, not clear. This indicates to others that your mind is blurred, your thoughts are not clear, and for sure that your eyes are sick. So we'll correct it here. The next step in our program, the special eye exercises. 1. In the morning and evening, splash clean water into your eyes. It refreshes the eye's watery film and is great simple training. It makes the inner and outer eye muscles react quickly. 2. Make faces, grimaces. It helps to strengthen the eye muscles. Babies do it intuitively. 3. Place a mark or piece of paper on a window. Look at it. Blink, then look at some other object through the window. Do this 20 times. 4. Look at your finger. Move it up closer, further off. Blink in between. Repeat this 20 times. For the nearsighted, move your finger on your extended hand. For the farsighted, nearer to your face, as close as you can get it and see it clearly. Then move it further out. A final very powerful technique for the farsighted. Bend your head and look down to the floor. Move your head left and right 20 times. The eyes stretch down under gravity and centrifugal force to train and become longer. You can use this technique for reading if the print is too small or hard to make out. Stand up, look down at the page. The force of gravitation will make your eyes longer and they will focus better. Amblyopia, or lazy eye, is a disorder of the visual system. Structural abnormalities in childhood, resulting in poor or dim vision affecting one or both eyes. It can be corrected easily with this program and exercises similar to cross-eye techniques. Wear one eye patch on the healthy eye, or wear what we call pirate glasses with the healthy eye covered. The cross-eye condition is very simple, as you understand now. Some muscles are too loose, others too tight. The cause of it was trauma or fright. The technique to resolve it is all the relaxation that you've learned, wearing pirate glasses or an eye patch over the healthy eye, or just close the healthy eye and look at yourself in the mirror sideways, opposite of the way the eye is pointed. It will pull the lazy eye to a normal position. For children with cross-eye, first of all, relaxation. Bare rocks, big turns, palming, solarization. Make it a game. Children love to play. You could do palming on a child using your hands. Tell them stories while you do it. Then use a technique forcing the defective eye to get back to its normal position using the eye patches or pirate glasses. Or both eyes closed with just one small hole for the defective eye on the opposite side to where the eye points. Get pirate glasses for yourself to give them company. Have fun and watch TV with the child. If both eyes are defective, do it for one eye, then for the other. Remember, use this technique for no more than 15 minutes. It might cause some headache if done longer. Take a break for 30 minutes and do it again. It is very important that you never boss around your children while on the program. Don't make them nervous in life in general. Explain what you want instead and make it a game. They will participate, improve their eye condition very fast. They will grow healthy with very high IQ and love you. Astigmatism. Relax all muscles and train the weakened ones going through the program. Now, for all conditions. 1. Read only by good light. You'll be surprised how much easier it is to read by good table light. Make sure, though, that the light doesn't go directly into your eyes. 2. Light should be coming from the left side when you write. If you are left-handed, on the right. This is a must, especially for students. Be sure that your child's table is by the window. The daylight must be coming from the left, if left-handed from the right. Otherwise, your child will have eye problems. 3. When you read or write, or use a computer, never keep your face at the same distance from the book or screen. Get a little closer, slightly farther. Do not hold your eye muscles in the same fixated position. This way, you don't make your eye muscles tired, and at the same time, train them and make them stronger while working on the computer. Always control your vision. Once it's weakened, letters get slightly blurry. Straighten your back, massage your neck, relax it by moving your head. Do the palming for a few minutes, then continue your work. This will provide maintenance for your good sight. 4. Children should have a school desk for doing homework. Reading and writing at regular horizontal tables is harmful for the eyes. Check on this at the school as well. 5. If you read sitting at a regular table, always use a book stand. 6. Do not scream at your children or in their presence. Sudden screams, anger, or any negative emotions can harm their eyes and yours as well. 7. Teach your children to take care of their eyes. The eyes are the most exposed and the most delicate organ of the body. We have to pay attention to them through our lives. 8. Provide them sufficient nutrition, including raw vegetables and fruits, particularly onions, parsley, kale, and bilberry. While meat and fish should be cooked quite thoroughly, otherwise they might easily be the source of parasites and worms. Particularly dangerous is sushi. Raw fish often contain live worm eggs and should never be eaten. We do hope that you've gotten the message that diseases don't come about by themselves. They are only the result of wrong food, intoxication, or negative emotion. Stay away from them. Share the knowledge. We are social creatures. We need and depend on each other. We are all here for our own betterment, and we ought to help others to improve their own condition. How to get glasses off. If you are healthy, not a great deal of toxins in the body, do the whole day palming and you could restore your eyesight in one day. 1. The only way to improve your vision is not to wear glasses or artificial lenses. Take them off. Stop crippling your eyes. Do each set of exercises and day by day your vision will get better. If you don't take them off, you will have no chance. If you still need glasses to work, switch to lighter prescriptions, your old ones if you have them. After you start the relaxation and training set, your muscles will respond, improving. Use lighter glasses at the beginning. Nearsighted, 2 or 3 diopters less than your current prescription. Farsighted, 1 or 1.5 diopters less. For example, one lady on the program, a teacher, wearing 9 diopter glasses, couldn't work without them, so she used her old ones for a couple of weeks, during her teaching hours only. Then she switched to 3 diopter glasses one more week, then fully took the glasses off forever. 2. While driving, use your most suitable glasses, but don't forget to take them off after you park. 3. Hold on to the certainty that you are improving your eyes now. When you identify your goal crystal clear, you will achieve it faster. Give yourself a chance. Get excited about it. Your eye problems are not a secret from you any longer. You know what to do. The first time in your life you can treat your eyes right. While you are on the program, do not do anything that would require glasses if you can. Keep your eyes free. Give them a chance. Let's say you like reading. Go for a walk instead. Play with your kids and pets. Give them all your time. 4. Provide yourself and your family healthy food on the separation diet. Make sure that 80% of your meal is vegetables, preferably raw. Do your best to stay away from all grains and flour products. There are too many toxins, pesticides, and herbicides in it. Most crops these days are genetically modified, which is extremely harmful, affecting our own genome and can even cause sterilization in the next generation. It is proven scientifically that our biological body is not designed for it anyway. Totally avoid all sweets except honey, and don't use it with hot water over 122 degrees Fahrenheit or 50 degrees centigrade. It destroys its nutritional properties. Just remember, our body was designed to live on a diet of gathering and hunting small animals. 5. Be also alert of the new body airline scanner. This X-ray system emits ionizing radiation, penetrating the body of the person being scanned. This is an electronic machine that generates forces with resonant effects, which allow its waves to unzip double-stranded DNA, creates bubbles in the double strand that can significantly interfere with processes such as gene expression and DNA replication. This is the X-ray machine damaging the DNA. Going through it causes skin cancer and also harms the eyes. Use your right to opt out. Do not consume any toxins, including medical tranquilizers, during the eye improvement program. We hope that you are fully aware of the danger of vaccination and not taking them. All vaccinations are poisons, infecting us with terrible viruses, fully destroying immunity, causing cancers, paralyzing the muscular system with many fatal diseases all over the world. 6. For faster sight improvement, drink a lot of good water. Our body is about 80% water. It should be refreshed all the time. Water washes out waste from each cell. Our eyes are 99% water. They need fresh water more than anything. 7. If you are overweight, have a swollen stomach, feel heavy, or simply are not healthy, clean your colon. At least once, do it properly. Constipation is very dangerous for your eyes. It is overstressing the eye muscles and indicates that you are intoxicated. For those who have constipation problems, eat a lot of raw parsley. It has a lot of vitamin E and other valuable nutrients, and you will forget about your stool problems forever. Raw onion is a live nugget for health. It must always be in your meals. It disinfects, stimulates digestion and metabolism, and has more vitamin C than oranges. Avoid heavy weightlifting. It can make you blind. All the pressure from the arms goes all over the body, including the most tender eye muscles. It can cause detachment of the retina. A man with strong minus glasses moved very heavy wardrobe once and got hemorrhages in both eyes. 8. Strong, too loud singing as well as screaming can cause the same effect. 9. Stay away from stress. A teacher had a missing student. The police came to get her report, but she couldn't write all of a sudden. Couldn't see at all. She had perfect sight before, but the shock made her almost blind. She was taken to an eye doctor and got a -8 prescription. But if she would simply had taken the time, had rested, calmed down, the eye muscles would get relaxed as well. She might have ended up with some light eye condition, but not that bad. She did improve her vision on this eye program later on. It has been observed that negative emotions cause temporary vision problems. If such a thing happens after some stress, just let it go. Turn your mood around. Forcefully switch your attention to a good thing. Do more palming, your sight will come back. 10. Don't watch mainstream TV news. Don't read the newspapers. Let the world turn around without you. Most of the media intend to spread negative and shocking news anyway, so just skip it. 11. While on the program, stay away from people who can irritate you. Control your own emotions and reactions. Use this great saying: smile. If you smile, you'll feel like you want to smile. The magical point here is, if you don't let yourself get emotional, the thing will change around you for the better. You might say, how can I stay calm if... fill in the blank. Well, we know. Send us an email, and we will help you. But now let's do one step at a time, and for the sake of our eye improvements, be calm and friendly. 12. Tranquilizers are all poisons as bad as alcohol. All street or medicinal drugs of this category slow down not only your cognitive abilities, since with some medications you're not even allowed to drive, they also slow down or even shut off the nerve signals in all your muscles or even the entire body. The eye muscles are the most sensitive. They get affected first, so stay away from them, otherwise the program might not work. Take a good long walk instead. Recall or create some pleasure moments. It will tranquilize you in a natural way. And get busy and very enthusiastic about doing this unique program. In the case of insomnia, the answer is very simple. People were doing nothing during the day, and they can't sleep at night. Get active, make your body work and get tired during the day, then it will sleep at night. After all, hope, belief that it will turn to reality, a journey to achieve a great purpose, is a true definition of happiness. 13. Sometimes print is too small for anyone to read, so use a magnifying glass for a few seconds to read it. We can take a microscope or binoculars if we need, but don't hang glasses on your nose. By the way, the human eye is designed for good distant vision, and not much for close, so don't expect that everyone should be able to read very small print. Besides, in the last 100 years, close vision activities like watching TV, reading, working on computers by artificial light, or in the dark has increased over 20 times. And the evolution of our eye didn't catch up with this huge change. So, just to maintain the quality of vision, we simply have to take conscious care of our eyes and provide sufficient training constantly. 14. Participants who take off their glasses right away and do everything possible without them during the program achieve results very fast. After all, what is the best exercise on the Dr. Bates method? Take the glasses off. 15. Now you know all the truth about drugs and alcohol. You know that you will never drink this urine again, but when you are invited to your friend's party, you have a dilemma. Should you go or not? Well, definitely attend the party. Give them a link to this program, make sure they watch it. You won't be offered to drink ethanol. You can have a great party without getting intoxicated. 16. Write down what you expect to achieve on your eye improvement program. For example, I take perfectly good care of my eyes, and I see better every day. I promise my eyes to give them relaxation, palming, exercises, massage, and good nutrients. I will then restore my vision. Here is the biggest secret, not only about the eyes, but of all health troubles. Do not wait till the body restores itself. It is you. There are people who promise to fix your body, your eyes, who are ready to cut them, to stuff you full of chemicals which are essentially poison, who hypnotize you with the idea that you are just a bag of chemicals and meat and can't do anything for yourself without them. But they are sick themselves. You've got a simple technology here. Use it. Imagine how much money you will save without hospitals, medicines, glasses. Let this be on your mind to generate more enthusiasm to go through the program. If you write down what you expect many times and act towards this, it will become a reality. You create your life. You create your own body, and it all starts with the certainty of your own considerations. People from different countries could restore their eyes using the Dr. Bates method. It is your turn now. We have used all supporting modern scientific research, put it together, and made it very easy for you to understand and use. The body is not plastic. It's the most sophisticated, self-regenerating live engine. Each part of it can be restored under proper care. But if you put the wrong gasoline in your car, it will not work very long. So it is with your body and your eyes. Eat only real food and stay healthy. You've got a lot of new, true data. You know now that medications, glasses, contacts, and surgeries don't restore your eyes, but actually ruin them. Your eyes are like little babies. They need you, your loving hands. Go through the program and do not let anybody discourage you. These people, even if they sound friendly, in the back of their mind, they don't want you to become healthier, or maybe they want you to remain dependent upon them. Knowledge is power. We suggest you feel empowered. Get very inspired and start doing the program with the greatest enthusiasm, since now you are out of the trap. We live in a high-speed society, but there's no way to skip a true scientific data. Only the fastest and the smartest are winning. We cannot even hope to survive without thinking in a scientific manner. With clear, restored eyes, we can improve our lives. And as a fraternity of conscious, creative individuals can get busy to make this world a better place to live for us and for our generations to come. We took our responsibility giving the data in the most comprehensive way. Now it is up to you to apply it and get results. But remember this, from this moment, your future health and the best eyesight lie completely in your own hands. Let that be on your mind also. You are given great knowledge here. Use it.
The long search for a good, stable health and great eyesight is over. It's time to go home, back to yourself, and do your homework, and join us to build a new civilization without pain and suffer, without early death, without hospitals and medications, without any eye problems, forever. Take your glasses off today.